THOMPSON Speedway Motorsports Park is one of the premier motorsports facilities in the Northeast, featuring the first purpose-built road course and first asphalt high-banked oval in America. The track that became known as the Indy of the East was born of the hurricane that devastated much of New England in 1938, including the Connecticut farm of John Honing. Rather than rebuilding his farm, Honing constructed a racetrack on the site, a 5/8 mile oval with turns banked at 26 degrees. Tonight, THOMPSON Speedway Motorsports Park is the home for the Spark Racing League's mini stock series here on the Overdrive Automotive Media YouTube channel. My name is Cam Gillens, and as you can see, we're just finishing up the last few moments of open practice. And we're gonna, just the last few seconds, then we're gonna go straight into qualifying. As we're on, you see on board with the 27 of Ryan Phillips. Tonight's race is gonna be nice, action-packed, a lot of tight racing. We'll go on board with the 58 of Justin Wilson to finish off practice. Oh, as you start seeing some of the shenanigans, we're getting some of our aggression out early before we get down to business. But it's been a long season. These drivers love to play around a little bit, as you can see. As time expires for practice. As I was saying, it's going to be very tight racing. This track punishes tires and brakes. It's going into the corner, you have to go gently on the brakes, or you'll lock up the front and it'll push you wide into the wall. As we're going to get qualifying started, rather, with the 58 of Justin Wilson. It's been the winner of our last two races. So what you're going to see is, as you see of him, go the top group to get the tires warmed up. Oh. He obviously didn't like something. Alright. As he's goes off again. With that, we'll go on board the 36. Jacob Dickerson. So as you can see, he's starting to get his tires down on the, looks like a little bit newer asphalt, de-wedge the car a little bit. And his first lap of record is at the 22.89. It puts it in a provisional second. As we're going to see if he can pick it up just a tad bit at the second lap. And he does. He goes to the top of the board at 22.77. As we're already seeing some changes. Alright, we're see if we have some of our drivers left. Alright, we're on board with the 27 of Ryan Phillips. As he's going. Oh. Looks like he didn't like something. He's gonna abort that lap. We'll go abort the 60 of Steve Est. Looks like his first lap is a 22.97. Oh, looks like he might shut it down. on board of the 69 of Larry Pauling. It's like his best is a 23.75. Looks like Steve's gonna try to go out a little bit once again. No, he's just testing what's the bottom lane. So you see the couple different lanes. The lane of choice will be right above that newer pavement. Because that anywhere below there is really, really loose. So it looks like our provisional pole was 58 of Justin Wilson, followed by 77 of James Barker, the 27 of Ryan Phillips, the 36 of Jacob Nickerson, and right out our top 5 is the 13 of Jake Mockey with only 30 seconds left to go in qualifying, which we might have already seen everyone take their laps. So when I was in practice earlier, just kind of testing around, like I was saying, you're gonna get up through the gears about up to fourth gear, about 3/4 down the straightaway and backstretch, you'll get on the brakes. So you definitely maybe get about a quarter, just the brake pedal down about a quarter, get enough brake pressure. Because if you go a little much, like I said, it's just gonna push you wide, and you'll overdrive the corner and kill the tires. Looks like tonight we're gonna have a lot of pretty much unlimited tires on the wall, so that shouldn't be a problem. All right, so that everything's official, we'll go ahead and show you the results. So like I said, what on the pole is the 58 of Justin Wilson, followed by the 77 of James Barker, the 27 of Ryan Phillips in third, the fourth is the 36 of Jacob Nickerson, starting fifth is the 13 of Jake Mockey, starting sixth is the 52 of Johnny Rapp, followed by the 1 of Benson Weaver, the 31 of Jacob Phillips in eighth, the 60 of Steve Vest in ninth, the 4 of Nathan Gentry in 10th, the 42 of Paul Thomas in 11th, and round out our field tonight in 12th place is the 69 of Larry Pauling. As we're about ready to get these cars off on the grid. Looks like we're still waiting for a car. Looks like we're still waiting for the 52 of Johnny Rapp. So I know times were pretty close. Like I said, there's got to be quite a bit of give and take, or we're going to see some quarter paddles and back bumpers really smashed in tonight. There we go. We got the 52 up on the grid. We're about just ready to get this thing going for our last race of the season. Though some people were talking about some ways in the past that you might see quite a few dive bombs on this track, just the way it's very hard to pass and everything, so you kind of have to create your own way of passing, so this could be very action-packed. Be interested to see if this inside line can get started on the starts and restarts, as we're already hearing some bumping and banging going on. As we're coming down the backstretch to get the green flag. And we're at the green flag. Looks like the 77 of James Barker gets the launch up on top, but it looks like it gets a little tight. And that brings Justin Wilson going fast about the inside, followed by the 27 of Ryan Phillips. Oh, as we got the 31 of Jacob Phillips in the wall. As we're already seeing some carnage. Oh, we got our first caution. We're gonna go back and see what happened. Looks like the 36 of Jake Dickerson. So it looks like we were 2 wide. Oh, check up. And look, Jacob looks gone to Steve Est. Oh, and he gets up on his roof. That's not good. That's gonna shake up the points tonight for the championship, as Jacob was in second coming into this thing. See the 58 giving the pace car a little bit of a love tap. That was practically what the picture I was painting during the pre-race. It's like we gotta go gingerly in these corners. It looks like we've already have some guys. It looks like some of the guys that had damage come down pit road. 31 of Jacob Phillips and the 60 of Steve Est that was involved in that with 36 of Jacob Nickerson. Looks like he's on a long stay here. Looks like we're about still at least got one more lap until we're going back to green. It looks like we're getting 2x2. So re-rack up. So like restarted first is the 58 of Justin Wilson, the 27 of Ryan Phillips on the outside, followed by 13 of Jake Balke with the 1 of Benson Weaver on the outside. As we get back to green, so Justin Wilson pops out. Ryan Phillips also gets a jump. So the 13 of Jake Balke gets on the inside of Weaver, followed by Rapp on the inside of Barker. Ooh, Rapp kind of sends it in there. As Barker looks like it go a little bit wide. Let's go back. Weaver on the inside of Maki. as Wilson checks out once again. Oh, looks like Weaver gets in the Mach-E a little bit. I'll just try to fill this out. So we're gonna go back a little bit further. This gets strung out. Set to 42 of Paul Thomas. Then 31 of Jacob Phillips. Then at the 2 that was involved in that last crash, it looks like they got back out on track. And then the 4 of Nathan Gentry and the 69 of Larry Pauling. So go back up out front. So then Wilson and Phillips just checks out. This battle for third is still pretty hot with 13 of Mach-E, 52 of Rapid, the 77 Barker. Oh, looks like Barker gets in the wrap right there. Gets a shot, and that'll bring the one of Weaver along underneath Barker. So go back and look at that fight. It looks the closest we've got for position. His wrap is right on the bumper of Mach-E. We're gonna go on board with Johnny. See as he goes up a little bit higher and higher lane, trying to create some momentum to see if he can do a slide job on Mach-E. Oh, he gets a little loose going out of the corner. Put a little too much throttle into her. They're already hard on their brakes, as you can hear. Go back a little bit further. Looks like Nickerson's not too bad shape. No, he will be a couple laps down after that extended stay on pit road. Like Steve S. that might still have some damage from that. Pauling as we go back up front, check on Justin. This is one of his typical Sunday cruises. So we go back. Ooh, this Hornet's Nest is still going on. As we're already hit lap 18 of 70. Looks like Barker's kind of getting a little bit tight. We're going on board with the one of Vince Weaver. Whoa! As he gets hit to Barker right there, right as we change the cameras. Oh, looks like he's cooked his tires. Not tires, brakes. We're already at lap 20. Oh, we got a caution. We'll go back and take a look at it. Oh, it is not Jacob Nickerson's night tonight. As he gets off. Looks like he's wounded even more. All right, looks like we got our pit stops. Looks like our leaders comes in. It looks like 52 Johnny Rapp continues his alternative pitting strategy that he's kind of become known for the last few races. Oh, it looks like Ryan Phillips and Jake Mockey gets out in front. I must say they both probably took 2 tires, why the 58 Justin Wilson stayed on in the pits a little bit longer. So it looks like Jacob Nickerson's staying on track with the 52 of Johnny Rapp. So both of these incidents that's happened tonight, Jacob's kind of got caught up in other people's messes there. So it looks like he's going to get one of his laps back. As we re-rack it. All right. So as we're about ready to get this off again, is 52 Johnny Rapp stayed out after that excursion of people on pit roads, followed by the 27 of Ryan Phillips, the 13 of Jake Mockey, 58 of Justin Wilson, and number 1 of Benson Weaver in our top 5. So we get back to green. Looks like Rapp gets a little bit of a jump as Ryan Phillips gets the momentum on the outside. It's going to be interesting to see what that 58 of Justin Wilson does. Oh, he's either makes contact. So he didn't waste any time getting back out front. Oh, looks like we have another caution. We'll go back and see if we can figure out what happened for the next caution. Let's see if it was this. Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is. So, looks like 69 of 42 kind of got a little bit of a tangle. As we back out of caution, it looks like 52 of Johnny Rapp is still out lead. See if Johnny comes back pit road or if he chooses to stay out. Looks like he's still going to stay out. Let's see if anyone else decides to come down. Oh, yep, it looks like 60 of Steve S, 31 of Jacob Phillips. And it looks like the 4 Nation Gentry decided to come down. So it looks like we got a few laps to going before we get this racked up. Let's see if we can hurry and get some talk to Jacob Nickerson real quick. Let me see if I can pull him up. Get him dialed up. Jacob, this is Cameron the Booth. You got me?
Hello, Cam.
How you doing? It's been a little struggle. It's been a little struggle going on.
Well, I ended up on the roof at one point, and then, you know, and then me I don't remember who I got into. I think it was Phillips. Me and Phillips got into it.
So it was that, and I can't remember who was up front. I think it was either James or it might have been Jacob on both of them. How's the car? Is it got quite a bit of damage?
I got wheel damage, but the thing's still driving, so.
Okay. All right. Well, you go back to green. I'll let you go.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, later.
Have a good one.
That was a quick fake of the 36 of Jacob Nickerson as we go back to green. So 52 of Johnny Rapp still got it on the outside. Looks like he still got the lead as 58 of Justin Wilson's trying to get on the inside, but opens the door for one of Benson Weaver. As we're going about 3 wide for first place. Oh, so we have a wreck. So we're gonna go back and look at that. Right, we're gonna go see what happened here. Oh, looks like Justin Wilson got in the wall, got loose, and then he turned the 13 of Jake Mockey. We'll go check on that one more time. We're actually gonna go on board with Justin here and see what happens. Oh yeah, they got major loose. Oh. Yeah, that was major loose. So we've already had carnage going on tonight's race. I think it's kind of fitting, being that how clean we've been for the whole rest of the series, and then tonight's finale for the season. We just kind of go all gung-ho. Like I said, I think it's just a kind of a byproduct of the way this track is, how tight it is. Looks like Mockey came down. He's coming back out on track. So it looks like we're about maybe one more lap to go before we get this thing going again. So we have about half the field that's already got some type of damage. As it looks like Raps is having some fun love tapping the pace car. And we've got lights out. Well, it looks like the one of Benson Weaver's going to start on the inside, then the 52 of Johnny Rapp on the outside, followed by the 27 of Ryan Phillips, and the 77 of James Barker on the outside. And round out the top 5, coming off just restarters, the 31 of Jacob Phillips. As we go back to green, it looks like got a little bit of loose kind of starting into that, since we've already hit halfway. As the Raps gets a big jump, followed by Benson Weaver there. So we got strung out as we got a big battle here between Wilson, Mockey, and Barker back here. Love tapping, tank slapping going on back here. So we got a couple different lead packs we got going here. The battle for second here. Oh, looks 31. Jacob Phillips tries to crossover there on Ryan Phillips. Oh, I don't know if he knew there. He was there. Ooh. As we get a little drifted action going on there. Oh, and there's the drift. Oh, it's tandemed right there in the middle of the corner. That's going to bring the 77 to Barker next along with him as well. 58 Justin Wilson. We'll see. Oh, we are definitely tank slapping back here. Oof. Yeah, it is a hot hornet's nest back here. Let's check back out front with Rappin, Weaver. We're starting to settle down a little bit back here between Wilson and Barker and Phillips. Both Phillips. So we're all guys straying out. So let's go quickly through the fields. Since we're all single filed. So you got 52 of Johnny Rapp up front. The one of Benson Weaver in second. 27 of Ryan Phillips. 77 of James Barker. Then a 31 Jacob Phillips. 13 of Jake Mockey. Then Paul Thomas back here. He's got a couple of the lap cars along with it. Larry Pauling. So 58 of Justin Wilson. And 60 Steve S. We're going to go back up front. Looks like the battle for second is starting to brew up again. As Ryan Phillips caught the one of Benson Weaver. We're on board with Ryan. So just start very tiptoeing across that top line. So I know I practiced for the first couple of laps when I was, they're getting close. But about 3/4 in the turn, come on fresh tires, you could put the throttle down almost completely. I have a feeling we're at this point now that that's not possible. The tires starting to war. And it looks like 58 Justin Wilson has caught this front battle. See if he can pass them all and get his lap back. As he tries to put the bumper to Ryan there. So go back here, go a little further. 77 James Barker. Looks like the 31 Jacob Phillips keeps scraping the wall. Jake Mockey. Paul Thomas, Larry Pauling, Justin Wilson, Steve Best, and then you've got 4 of Nathan Gentry and the 36 of Jacob Nickerson as the battle between the 31 and the 13 brews. Looks like Wilson got past Phillips there. See if he can gain all these top 2 here. If he gets past those 2 and we get another caution, he might be able to come back through the pack. There's still 20 laps left of this race, so we'll see what can happen. Oop. He's gonna cut the turn down here. We'll go look at the. Oh, looks like Rocky gets on underneath them. Not quite get the momentum. You see how close he gets right here. Looks like Dickerson's trying to get some Remain on the top side. As we're gonna go back up front. So Johnny Raps starts checking out. We're gonna go on board with Justin here. Well, looks like Betts got a little hard on the brakes right there. As you can see, some of the brake material come out from there. Oh, you see Justin there diving in the corner, going up high and then trying to cut down in the middle of the corner to get some momentum. As he love taps Benson to get him a little bit loose going into the corner. See if that opens the door of 27 Ryan Phillips as well. And he does as Benson does the cross over. Oh, as Justin gets back into the wall. That's gonna put Ryan back to the inside of him. As Johnny starts pulling away. With 14 laps to go. Oh, this battle once again is brewing between 31 and 13. We're on board with the 36 of Jacob Nickerson. Because he's got first eye view on this battle going on. Ooh, as it gets a little loose. Ooh, as a pitching each other down. Oh, it's goes. That's gonna put Nickerson on the outside of Phillips there. So we could go up front. Johnny's pulled away with 10 laps to go. Looks like Phillips is still hounding on Weaver there. Oh, he gets him a little up tap, gets him a little loose. It looks like Johnny's coming up on the 69th Larry Pauling to put him another lap down. Go back and take a look at that. Well, it looks like Jake Bakke finally got away from Phillips there. So it's pulled all the way back. He got passed by. He looks Thomas here. It's all the way back between 4 of Gentry to 60 of Steve Est. So we're gonna go back up at this battle between Weaver and Ryan Phillips. As it looks like Ryan finally gets his sea feet. Yep, he sends her in. Looks like Weaver pitches him off. Oh, they make contact. And he gets him a little loose. Oh, he's going to try to go on the outside and lose 69 appalling as a pick. To make contact. And he does. He gets... Oh, be careful not to get up in the marbles there. As he gets past. 2 of Johnny Rapp continues commanding lead there. It looks like Ryan Phillips finally got some space between him and Benson Weaver. Couple 3 to go. Looks like Jake Baki's about caught up to James Barker. Looks like the damage on Nickerson hasn't really hurt him too much. Too bad he those laps down. So we go back up front. As we're coming around to see the white flag. The 52 of Johnny Rapp taking the white flag. The 27 of Ryan Phillips. 1 of Benson Weaver. The 77 of James Barker. And the 13 of Jake Maki. Round out of top 5. As we see Johnny coming around to turn 4, and he goes on to win the Mini Stock 70 here at Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. Kind of a little bit of a crazy start to this thing, and then it kind of started to settle down a little bit as we start to see Johnny do his celebration. That was a good race. He's been oh so close with that alternative pit strategy that he's come known to do, and tonight he finally seals the deal out. All right, we're waiting for everyone to be ready for their closing interviews. Let's go ahead and take a look at the full results. So like I said, the 52 of Johnny Rapp takes home the win, followed by the 27 of Ryan Phillips in second, the 1 of Benson Weaver in third, followed by the 77 of James Barker, and round out of top 5 is the 13 of Jake Baki, and 6 is the 42 of Paul Thomas, and 7th is the 31 of Jacob Phillips, and 8th is the 58 of Justin Wilson. 9th is the 69 of Larry Pauling. Round out our top 10 is the 60 of Steve Vest. And 11th is the 4 of Nathan Gentry. And round out our field tonight, in the 12th position is 36 of Jacob Nickerson after he had a few issues to start out this race. As we're still waiting for the drivers to be ready for our interviews. Let's go ahead and go see what go back to that first caution what happened to Jacob. because that was a fairly pretty gnarly one. See what exactly happened there. So this is the first wreck that we said is between. This is like Steve S just kind of got a little loose. It got him, like he was talking earlier on the broadcast, it got him up on the roof a little bit. And then the second one between him and it's kind of come together. And then so we'll go this next one, which the 42 of Paul Thomas had some problems. Then when the 58 got packed because of pits, and then he's had a little bit of problems himself. And that was the end of our cautions for tonight. Alright. Looks like everyone's ready to go, so let's go ahead and bring in. Looks like the one of Benson Weaver to start out our interviews. Benson's camera in the booth, you got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
How'd that go for you? It looks like you got kind of tangled in the hornet's nest for majority of it.
Yeah, that was certainly one of the races of all time. Yeah.
Did you have any problems with the tires the longer the run went?
No, the tires honestly felt almost the same the entire run.
Did they?
Yeah, which I mean that's kind of how it's supposed to be with these cars. You know that in real life these are tires that are supposed to last the team, you know, several weeks. So like yeah, it's a hard tire, so it just doesn't wear all that much, which I'm all right with.
It seemed like there was a few times where you kind of got, I don't know if you kind of locked up the brakes or you just kind of got tight in the middle of the corner.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, car's always tight, and yeah, I locked it up a couple times because all of a sudden I'm realizing my course of direction is headed straight to the quarter panel of the car in front of me, and for reasons I don't want to do that. So yeah.
Is that battle between you, Ryan Phillips, and then Justin trying to get his lap back was kind of pretty interesting for those 10 laps.
that was hilarious. I had no idea that Justin was a lap down, and so I'm defending for my life, and he's trying to pass me, and he like sends his slider, and it almost sticks, but then he gets into the fence. And it's then that he mentions something like, dang it, I just want to get my lap back. I'm like, oh, shoot. Yeah, like I just wasted a lot of space trying to defend when, you know, if I just let him by, we would have been closer to Johnny. and then I had Ryan there behind me, and I was doing what I could. But then what really screwed me was I was trying to lap a car, and it just, a little bit in the way. I gave up the high side, and Ryan was able to take the high side and pass me. So, yeah. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Car was tight.
Did you take 4 tires when you pitted, or was it 2?
Yeah, that early on, I took 4, but honestly, I don't think it made any difference.
Any difference?
I mean, Johnny never pitted. Johnny led it. He
Yeah, I noticed
didn't pit
that.
and then led every lap. So yeah, I mean, yeah, he had the right idea.
Well, so he's kind of became the thing of alternative strategy anyway. So.
Oh, that's always been Johnny.
Yeah.
For as long as I've known him.
All right, before I let you go, is there anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, Big Fast Racing. We've been having fun in this series, so shout out to the people there. There's a little bit of fireworks tonight, but I'll let others get into that if they so please. And then just the Spark Racing League, Nathan Gentry for putting this on. It's super fun series. I haven't been able to show up all that much, but when I have, I've had success, and it's been a good time, just racing. So yeah, and then lastly, thank you for putting on the broadcast. I know everybody appreciates it a lot. I think I've watched more mini stock replay than the other series. So
I appreciate it.
yeah.
All right. So we'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Have a good rest of
see
your
ya.
night.
I
Thank you.
will.
All right, that was the one of Benson Weaver, our third place. All right, we're going to go on to our second place, which is the 27 of Ryan Phillips. We'll get him into the booth there. Ryan, this is Cam in the booth. You got me?
I got you, brother.
You got you? So that was a bit of a tassel the last 10 laps. How was that for you?
Yeah, that was interesting. I wasn't trying to wreck Benson or nothing, but God, this track is so hard to pass on.
It was.
You gotta try to get to their right quarter, and if you can't get there, then you gotta put some lead to them.
Yeah, and that's why he was. Go ahead.
Yeah, Larry being there kind of helped me because he went low, and I just kind of took his right quarter away from him, and took us another lap or so to get to Larry, and that just helped out.
Yeah, I saw that you kind of used him as a pick there. So after that, so Justin was kind of giving you a little bit of a hard time too, trying to get his lap back.
Yeah. I knew he was trying to get his lap back just in case a caution came out. So, but God, if I could have got around Benson, I was putting down some lap times there at the end, but ran out of time.
Yeah. And I was talking to Benson. He said that tires really didn't play a whole lot of factor. Could you tell a difference?
Yeah, I could tell a difference, but you had to take care of them early so that you had them late. But it was so hot and greasy out there that it was hard to be anywhere but that groove right above that new asphalt.
Yeah.
You got anywhere outside of that, it was like an ice rink.
Yeah, that's how it was during practice when I was doing a few laps.
Yep. So.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Right on, Cam.
Yeah. Before I let you go, you want to do a shout out to anyone?
Congratulations to Jake Mackey on winning the championship. That's pretty cool. Congratulations to Johnny for winning. That's pretty cool too. Other than that, just Big Fast Racing and Spark Racing and you in the booth. Thanks for doing all these. That's pretty cool of you, man.
Yeah, it's been fun. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next season.
Yeah, same here.
Right on, buddy.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Thank you for your time and have a good rest of your night.
You too, buddy.
All right.
Later.
All right, that was the 27 of Ryan Phillips. All right, it's to finish out our placing interviews tonight. We're gonna have a couple others. It looks like for our championship winners. We'll pull into the booth real quick, but we'll bring in our winner of the night, the 52 of Johnny Rapp. Johnny, it's Cam in the booth. You got me? Oh, maybe.
Huh?
You there? John, you got me?
I got you loud and clear. You- That's the
Is that,
question.
it looks like your alternative strategy actually helped you tonight.
Man, I don't know how. I'm not complaining.
Yeah. That's just where I was like, I was going through that whole thing, and I was talking to Ryan, and it's like, Johnny didn't actual pit. I don't even know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know. So my strategy was everybody else in front of me pitted. I'm going to
Mhm.
stay out, get some track position, and then
Uh-huh.
maybe pit on another caution.
Yeah.
And I'll have better track position. Be okay. Because I
Uh-huh.
had nothing for those guys at the beginning, man.
Uh,
But yeah, and I don't know, it just kind of worked out. I mean, I cheesed a couple restarts. I'm not proud of it. But it was able to get me out front some clean air, you know, and there were some incidents behind that happened, and that kind of took a couple of contenders out. And I mean, yeah, I mean, those first few laps, you know, holding off Benson, you know, just keeping it up front in clean air helped a lot. And then I kind of learned how to drive the track in real time. You all watched it, you know. So
it's just how's the brakes and all that? Because like I said, I was talking to Ryan and Benson locked them up a couple times. So I was like, I don't know if you had any troubles with the brakes.
yeah, in the very beginning, I think it might have been the initial start. It might have been lap 1 or 2. Man, I sent that thing in there, and I was trying to get it stopped. It got up in the marbles. I got in the wall a little bit, lost like probably 3-4 spots, and then a caution came out, saved me. You know, like okay, I got one of them back, and yeah, then we had that second run, and yeah, everybody pitted, so I just stayed out. But
It was good. Cool. Have anybody you want to shout out to before we let you go?
yeah, first and foremost, I'd like to shout out Nathan for coming up with this idea, putting this league on. I know he's going to be stepping down as admin, but we are surely going to keep it going in his honor. Hopefully, it will still show up in you know, participate in races and yeah, you know, we always love to see Nathan out there. So.
Yeah.
We appreciate everything he's done there, and for this, and you for putting on the show. You know, hey, we really appreciate it. You know, these things are maybe not like the big league. You know, Monday, Wednesday, where we have a lot of cars and money on the line and all this. But this has been a blast. Every race I've been a part of with this mini stock series has been great. We appreciate you coming on board for it. All the other guys to show up. We've had, hey, quite a few more, you know, near the end of the season here. We had, you know, Steve and Paul kind of come in, and, you know, a lot of these other guys. We appreciate it. Larry, got to shout out Larry, man. You know, hey, he let me go. He said, I'm going to give him hell or something behind you. But I don't know if he actually did. I hope he didn't. He didn't hold anybody up. But we appreciate it. Larry's longtime friend here. You know, we appreciate him.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you what, my dad was watching, but he fell asleep. I had to wake him up when I went out there. Like, hey, guess what? I won. You know, it's been like a year and a half since I won a race, but it's okay. He's listening now, so shout out to him. All the other Spark admins and, you know, anybody watching out there, we appreciate it.
Yep,
So.
we definitely do. All right, thank you for your time, and we'll talk to you later.
Sounds good, man. Thanks.
Yep, let's talk to you later. All right, that was the 52 of Johnny Rapp. All right, that's our end of our actual placing interviews tonight. Since this was our last race of the season, I'd like to maybe get in a couple of our top people and the points that's kind of stayed along for the whole rides. And first one I'm going to bring in is the 36 of Jacob Nickerson that had unfortunate consequences and things happened to him. We talked to him earlier in the broadcast. I'm going to bring him back in. So let's see if I can do it. Jacob, it's Cam again. Wait, you got me?
Okay. Nice talking to you again.
So how'd the rest of that race go along for you? It looked like you still had quite a bit of speed.
I had a surprising amount of speed. I had the spotter came up, said I got wheel damage, and it didn't feel like it. I mean, I said before I'm going out in this season in style, and that's what I did.
As I said, it looked like you had quite a bit of a show between staying there behind Ryan and who was it? Ryan and Benson and all that. Between him and then Maki and Phillips there, yeah.
You know, I was just watching the show. I didn't want to get involved. I kept checking up Nathan by accident because I kept not wanting to run in that race. But you know, it's been a great season, I tell you.
So it's been a lot of fun. Just talking to Johnny, it's been really fun getting to know all of y'all. Tonight was one of those ones. Like I said, I did a couple laps before the show here, and I had some pace. And I know there was a couple of other races I wish I wasn't in the booth and out there with you, like Phoenix. Phoenix, I would have loved to done.
Yeah.
I thought about trying to figure something out, but this one wasn't one of those races. I definitely did not want to be involved in this one.
You know, I mean, for this to be my first ever league experience, and to come from second in points, oh, that's great. I mean, congratulations to Maki for first. Congratulations to Steve for third. Congratulations to the whole field for putting on a hell of a show for the past 10, 11 weeks.
Yeah, it's been great, and that's why I said that. Unfortunately, you were pretty much the pinball earlier the race, but it seemed like the whole aggression that was actual piled up between the whole series kind of just came to a cultivating climax at the first of this race.
Yeah. I had a hard start. I followed James up into the wall, and then I was 3 wide with Johnny and someone else, and I think it's Benson I was 3 wide with, and I just kept going backwards, and I got into Steve, and I got the worst of it.
Yep.
But, all I'll say is I'm definitely coming back for next season, but it might
That's
be
good.
a new look and a new number.
Ooh, there we go. You got a bit of a tease there.
Yes, got a new sponsor on board.
That's cool. That's always good.
Mm.
All right. Before I let you go, you have any shout-outs you want to do?
Shout out to One Wrench Racing. I mean, I let the team down this time. We always say to each other, not last, but I got last this time. I'm sorry to my sister and my father who run the race, or with the team.
Well,
I still repped.
Go ahead.
I still repped One Wrench hard. I repped Team Jaws. Team Jaws has been an amazing organization. We're getting ready to run our real life season at Lake Doucette. The Southwest Stock Car Association, which owns Lake Doucette, which is my old hometown track. And I think that's all of them. Other than like Faff & Co., which is my own company that I do nothing with. And thank you to Nathan for putting this on. It's sad to hear that he's going away for an undisclosed time, I assume forever, but he might come back. And thank you for Nathan for putting this thing on. Thank you for like everybody that ran this season. Thank you to Cam for broadcasting all of us and seeing these maniacs go at it for week in and week out.
It's been fun.
And make sure to tune in to the Full Spark podcast.
It's our me and Jacob does the weekly roundup of all of our races, and this will be tacked on to our last episode we haven't filmed yet, so once we get that together it'll be put out. So keep an eye on here on the Overdrive Automotive Media channel and all other podcast avenues. It'll be out probably for the next few days. So, all right. Well, thank you for your time, Jacob, and have a great rest of your night. And we'll talk to you later.
See you next season.
Yep. As 36, Jacob Nickerson with second place in points. He had a strong season with the win at Charlotte and just kind of in the top 5. Unfortunately, tonight was kind of his worst night of the season, and it happens. Like he said, he's kind of put himself down a little bit, but both of those incidents had nothing to do with him. It's just kind of a byproduct of racing incidents. All right, we're going to get our champion of the series in here, talk to see what he says about the culmination of this whole season. So let's hurry and get the 13 there, Jake Mockey, in here. Jake, it's Cam in the booth. You got me?
What's going on, Cam?
Hey! Congratulations on the championship of the mini stock series. How does it make you feel?
Thank you, brother. I'll be completely honest with you. Starting off this season, I was supposed to be in the booth with you. And wasn't going to be free Sunday nights until I was literally week 1. And it was a little too late to bother you, so decided to race here, and it culminated in a championship tonight. So to say that we were going to get here at the end of the season, I would have never guessed that. But yeah, very happy. This is Big Fast Racing's first league championship. So, you know,
awesome.
even if Nathan says there's no official champion, there was points and we're taking it.
Yeah, there's still points involved with it. I know Jacob, he was always keeping an eye on between you and him. So
exactly. We've been keeping an eye on it, even though, you know, there wasn't supposed to be anything out of it. But hey, we've been racing all season, and give us something out of it, right?
Yeah, that's what I told him. It's like he kept it close for a while, and then his last couple of races, he's kind of had some misfortunate that happened to him. Like tonight's got in a couple of accidents that was none of his making, but that's racing.
Yeah, I think going into tonight, I think I had like a 16-point lead in the championship or something like that, and I think pretty much Jacob had to win, and I had to finish dead last for him to even come close to me. So the whole point of tonight was to keep it easy, and as soon as that happened, right at the beginning, I was, you know, weight off the shoulders and just coasting to the finish. Unfortunately, we couldn't get a podium at the home track tonight, but we'll take the championship here. You know.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you, how was that hornet's nest back there between you and Phillips for those laps?
Got a little hairy. Got a little hairy for sure. I was damaged. I had about 2 minutes of optionals when I came down after that wreck. So
yeah.
I didn't think I had anything for anyone tonight after that, and just to be able to kind of catch some people there at the finish, it was surprising, but you know, I was just trying to keep the car under me and not overdrive it, and you know, finishing P5 is all right after getting completely turned around.
Yeah, well, exactly, and that's why I was talking to Jacob with. I was like, even after his misfortune tonight, that he still had some speed because he was keeping up with you for a while.
Yeah, he was right behind me. I was really just trying to hold it down at the finish there, because with the damage that I had, and he had some pace all night. I mean, he qualified in front of me, so Jacob has definitely gotten a lot better in these mini stocks, and all credit to him. You know, it's unfortunate that happened to him tonight, and we couldn't have had a little bit more of an exciting duel here tonight, but you know, take it. It is what it is.
All right, before I let you go, you have a shout out you want to do?
Well, thank you. Every week, you know, you've done a great job this season, and broadcasting everything and getting these little Spark special events too is pretty sick. So I appreciate everything you do for SKM. I'm very excited next season to come join you in the booth.
Yeah,
And I
that'll
told
be
you
fun.
that was my intentions after week 1. I was gonna win the championship and come join you in the booth. And so here we are. I'm coming, buddy.
Yeah, we'll
But
have some fun.
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, thank you to you. Thanks to Spark for putting the series together. Thanks so much to Nathan for doing everything he did for us this season, and he did a great job running this show. And shout out to Big Fast Racing, another 2 drivers on the podium tonight, so awesome for that. And shout out to all the sponsors: Mythic Metals, Steel Graphics and Designs, Overcut Sim Endurance Planner, #1 Hero Cards, Duncan Water Systems, having my back and always supporting me, and pulled out a championship here, and this was all for them, So appreciate everyone for supporting me in this weird life of sim racing, and hopefully we can continue having a little bit of success here on Mondays and Wednesdays in Spark moving forward. But yeah, thanks to everyone for showing up and making this series a success this season. It was an awesome time.
Yep.
Very proud and honored to walk away as the champion tonight.
All right. Well, thank you for your time, and we'll talk to you later, and congratulations once again.
Thank you, brother. Take care.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later. All right, it's the 13, Jake Maki, our inaugural champion here in the Spark Mini Stock Series. He's like, him and Jacob Nickerson just did a hard-fought battle all season, and he was the most consistent out of all of them. Took home a win or 2 and came out the champion. All right, all right, so let's go once again. Finish out going through the results of tonight's race once again. All right, you have the 1 of Johnny Rapp. So the winner is 52 of Johnny Rapp, followed by the 27 of Ryan Phillips. In 3rd place, bringing out the podium, is the 1 of Benson Weaver. In 4th is the 77 of James Barker. Finishing out 5th is Jake Maki, who we just heard from, our inaugural champion. 6th is the 42 of Paul Thomas. And 7th is the 31 of Jacob Phillips. 8th is the 58 of Justin Wilson. 9th is the 69 of Larry Pauling. And 10th is the 60 of Steve Vest. And 11 is the 4 of Nathan Gentry. And rounding out our fields is the 36 of Jacob Nickerson. All right. Before I sign off tonight, again, we heard from all of our drivers. I want to thank Nathan Gentry for bringing me on to do this week after week. It'll be nice to see you after you come back after your time away. It'll be fun. I appreciate giving me the opportunity to do this week after week. It's been fun. It's been fun week after week getting to talk to these drivers, learning a little bit more about them, what makes them tick a little bit, because I like that. That's who I am. And that about does it for tonight. I just thank everyone here at the Spark Racing League. It's been fun. This has been Cam Gillens for the Overdrive Automotive Media channel. And we'll see you on the next one. Again, like I said, like, share, subscribe. And I appreciate it, all the support that everyone gives me watching these. And again, like Jacob said, with the Full Spark podcast, the roundup, that's also fun between me and Jacob. Just kind of breaking down the rest of these. And I appreciate everyone that's giving me a listen or watch on that. And I hope